you know me. Don't mind me. Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' books. And listen, I don't want anybody to judge me or shame me. I said, oh, this is probably the last book haul of books I'll purchase for myself for the year. In the last book haul, which was like a couple weeks ago, I truly didn't intend to buy more books for myself. But most of these, I will say, like 7 of these, like 9 or 10 books, I want to say, I got all 7 books for like $15 because of unhauling at the local bookstores at Bookman's and Changing Hands here in the greater Phoenix metro area, whatever, in Phoenix. And yeah, so I took in a bunch, and for the first time ever, they took all the books. Changing Hands took a fair amount of them. They gave me a decent amount in store credit. I was like, hell yeah. And then I went to Bookman's for the remaining few, and they took all of them. Very, very shocked. That never happens to me. I always have a few lingering randos, but it was a good unhaul, apparently. So yeah, I did get new books from that, or used books, new to me books. But I only spent $15 between the 2 stores, so yay. But then there were a couple others that I did purchase for myself. It's fine, whatever. The ones I got when I went to Changing Hands and Bookman's, these 2 I definitely got at Bookman's. Bookman's is a lot more used books. I mean, both have used books, but Changing Hands does have more new books. They have a fair amount of used, like a good amount, but Bookman's is almost primarily used. Every now and then they have a new book, but it's like much more used. And they take books in a more used condition, versus Changing Hands will really only take in books if they are pretty much in pristine, new-looking condition. But anyway, all that to say, I know I got these 2 mass market paperbacks that are pretty dinged up from Bookman's. But these are, it's book 1 and 3, I think, actually. So I need to get the second one of this, what is it called? Something Elantra. What the hell is it called? It's not, the Chronicles of Elantra. There we go, it's on this one. Because there's a new series that Michelle Segarra has that is in the same world, and I didn't know that when I bought it from Barnes & Noble. I bought the first book. Where is it? This one, The Emperor's Wolves. Why am I holding it on this side? I have more room over here. Yeah, The Emperor's Wolves, which is the Wolves of Elantra. And I just saw it at Barnes & Noble. The cover caught my attention because it's beautiful and like just so pretty looking. And I was like, oh, this sounds cool. And then several of you very kindly told me, hey, you might want to read at least the first like 3 to 5 books in the Chronicles of Elantra series, just so I have an idea of the world. I have been told that it's not necessary to read all, I think, 12 books that are currently in this series. 12 or 14. Like, there's a lot of books in this series. And several of you have told me, like, yeah, you don't have to read all of them necessarily, but you definitely want to kind of get a grasp for this world. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to read at least the first 3, and then I might just jump to this series depending on how I'm feeling about this one. If I'm like loving the hell out of this, then I guess I'll marathon and read a bunch more. But I imagine I probably won't have the stamina to do that. But yeah, I want to get to this shit. And I bought book 2 also, so I'm ready to go with this series. Yeah, so I got that. Oh yeah, and the books are Cast in Secret and Cast in Shadow. And I think it's Cast in Courtlight, I believe, is actually book 2. There we go. I want to read the Winter Night trilogy next year, at least pick it up. I anticipate that I will like it. I'm probably jinxing myself with saying that because you know me, but I figured I would just get used copies of the books, and I'm laughing because, again, I might be jinxing myself. I bought book 3 before I even have book 1 or 2. But this was at Changing Hands. They had a used Winter of the Witch, so I got it. There's like a bunch of really cool covers for these, but I honestly kind of like these. I think these are the original covers, right? So now I need to get Bear and the Nightingale and what is it, The Girl in the Tower? Yeah, we shall see. I like this like, it's not thick, but it's like a good floppy one. Love that. Also at Changing Hands, I grabbed this copy. Was this used? I think this was used. I'm pretty sure. And I also fucking dinged up the cover, which sucks, but the book in question is Fledgling by Octavia E. Butler, and this cover is so cool. Eye-catching, you know? The color and everything, and like the bird, and then she's got the orange eyes. I very much enjoy this. And you can see the like red from the blood, because this is a vampire thing. Shori is a mystery, seemingly a young girl. She wakes up alone in the woods with critical wounds and traumatic amnesia, only to learn she is actually a 53-year-old vampire, the lost child of an ancient species that is driven by blood and lives in dark symbiosis with humanity. Genetically modified to be able to walk in daylight, Shori must use her rare gift to uncover whatever she can about her old life and figure out who wants to destroy her and the rest of her kind. I cannot read, but yeah. This is just one that's been kind of on my radar for a long time, as has several other Octavia E. Butler books. I've read a couple, and I didn't love the ones I picked, but the ones I started with were the Dawn and Imago and whatever. I can't remember the name of the series, but it's a trilogy that is very sci-fi, which is not what I should have started with because I didn't love it, but I liked the writing and everything. So I'm like, I just need to go toward her other not so like sci-fi series. So there we have that. This I believe I also got from Changing Hands, and this is a new copy, and it's super random. I just randomly saw it on one of the shelves. Winchelsea by Alex Preston. I don't know. Literary time travel, historical. Tom Holland apparently said, imagine Daphne du Maurier crossed with Quentin Tarantino and you will have some idea of just what a thrilling, bloody, and heady ride this novel is. Sure. I really like this cover. Like, it's so fun. But the actual synopsis, let's see. The year is 1742. Goody Brown, saved from drowning and adopted when just a baby, has grown up happily in the smuggling town of Winchelsea. Then, when Goody turns 16, her father is murdered in the night by men he thought were friends. To find justice in a lawless land, Goody must enter the cutthroat world of her father's killers. With her beloved brother Francis, she joins a rival gang of smugglers. Facing high seas and desperate villains, she also discovers something else, an existence without constraints or expectations, a taste for danger that makes her blood run fast. Goody was never born to be a gentlewoman, but what will she become instead? Hell yeah, sign me up. Hopefully it's cool. Another one that has just been on my radar for a while, and I haven't gotten to it, and I don't know that I will get to it anytime super soon, but I just figured to have it because it is a chunker that I figured I should just buy rather than get from the library and have to keep doing it over and over again. And yeah, it was a used one from Bookman's, Upon a Burning Throne by Ashok K. Banker, the Burnt Empire Saga Book 1. So I'm sure you've seen it around. I have, and just want to see if I'm going to like it. It's an Indian fantasy. In a world where demigods and demons walk among mortals, the emperor of the vast burnt empire has died, leaving a turbulent realm without an emperor. Two young princes, Audrey and Shivat, I am most likely not pronouncing that correctly, I'm so sorry, Shivate, are in line to rule, but birthright does not guarantee inheritance, for any successor must sit upon the legendary burning throne and pass the test of fire. Imbued with dark sorceries, the throne is a crucible, one that incinerates the unworthy, and so on and so forth. Things go from there. I hope I like it. I've heard mixed things about the series as a whole, but I know a lot of people really, really love the first book, and then just, I feel like it kind of tapers off eventually, but we shall see. And then this was actually part of the Goldsboro, the GSFF subscription box that I subscribed to, The Immortality Thief by Taryn Hunt. This one was the November one, I think. I'm pretty sure. Look at these fucking edges, though. My God. I don't know if it's, like, focusing on it or not. Probably not. But yeah, purple on the top and bottom, and then has this, like, really cool galaxy thing. This is clearly sci-fi that, you know, we'll see how I feel about it. But the synopsis: far off the edge of human existence, beside a dying star, lies a nameless ship. abandoned and hidden, lost for a millennium. But there are secrets there, terrible secrets that would change the fate of humanity, and eventually, someone will come looking. Refugee, criminal, and linguist Sean Wren is made an offer he knows he can't refuse. Life in prison, voluntary military service, or salvaging data in a long-dead language from an abandoned ship filled with traps and monsters just days before it's destroyed in a supernova. Data connected to the Philosopher's Stone experiments into unlocking the secrets of immortality. And he's not the only one looking for the derelict ship. The Ministers, mysterious, undying aliens that have ruled over humanity for centuries, want the data, as does the Republic, humanity's last free government. And time is running out. Da-da-da, secrets, yada yada. Sounds fun, but again, sci-fi, you know, act like out in space with fucking aliens and shit, sci-fi is often not my jam. I want it to be though, because so many of these stories sound really cool. Hopefully that will be one. Then I randomly picked this up. It was on my my wish list, my Amazon book wish list, and I was just like, you know, I know it's short and maybe I'll want to read it this, December for one of my winter reads. Has cute little illustrations in it. The Ice Dragon by George R. R. Martin, illustrated by Luis Arroyo. And yeah, it's, super tiny, right? Hardcover copy of it has cool, see how short, some of the pages have barely any words, and then they'll have more, and then more artwork. Yeah, I just want to check it out. Always down for some more, Westeros and Essos stuff. Then I saw, another booktuber. I cannot remember who, but I saw someone specifically recently. And I wish I had known that this was coming out, because I would have not bought the hardcover that I bought originally, which I'm going to unhaul now because I don't need this many copies of this book. But a book that I read earlier this year, a few months ago, and I read the self-published version, and I have that in paperback that my dear friend Ingrid, she got for me last year for Christmas. And I read it and I fucking loved it. And then it is now traditionally published with an added little afterword or epilogue that I don't know if I'm gonna like based on what I've heard. But the book in question is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. And just look at this. This is the Fairy Loot, I want to say. Is it Fairy Loot? Oh yeah. Hello, it's on the fucking back. Jesus Christ, Deshauna. Don't mind me. Anyway, stupid gorgeous. Oh my god. And look at the end pages. All the way around, it has this, oh my god, this damask print. And then yeah, it has the end pages with the fucking gorgeous artwork that I hope you can see. My camera's not just fucking blurring. Hello? Oh my god, I love it. Compare this to the other one. Hold on, let me grab it. This is the original, the self-published, and I love this cover. I think it's really, I don't know, it's interesting and unique. And then this is the hardcover that initially came out, and I'm just I don't think it's a hideous cover. It's not the most ugly thing I've ever seen by any means. But I'm I just wish there was a little something more to it. I had said, why couldn't we have just done this, but with, maybe some pops of color or foiling or something, or just even add something around this one. So that is what was done for this, and I think it's so pretty. So, yeah. Because this is now, I don't know, one of my favorite books, I want to say. I loved it. It's definitely one of the favorites of this year. I had to get this copy. There we go. That is all, right? Is that all, Deshauna? You full of shit? No, that's all. And I'm trying to think if I have any others coming to me. I think just the December Goldsboro one is the only other book that I have purchased for myself that is coming to me. And I shouldn't be purchasing any more this year. I pre-ordered one that should be coming, Monstrous Volume whatever. So, there we go. Jesus Cristo, I'm done. Let me know if you have read any of these and what your thoughts were. If you have read the Michelle Segarra stuff, do you agree that I really only need to read the first 3 or so books of that first series or the earlier series in order to continue with the Wolves of Elantra? Are we in agreement? Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and you have not already. Leave an emoji if you just want to make your presence known but don't really have anything further to add. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.